Hello students, in last class we have discussed about the nature of the curve for sine, cos and tangent, and we have seen that what the answer form you will have with respect to the each function form. Now in the same order, one more thing we are going to introduce here in terms of the table, that what the value of x as an angle you can substitute in all 6 trigonometrical terms, means that will be referred as a term domain. Domain and range, these two terms we have discussed in detail in your first and second chapter. So here meaning of the domain and range will remain same, but evaluation of domain and range is quite different. Here for all the 6 trigonometrical term, for certain terms your range is fixed, means your answer will come within that particular range only. If it is not coming outside, the term formation you have to change, or angle formation we have to change. So here first we look at all the 6 trigonometrical term, their respective domains, means what the value you can select as a value of angle, and what the answer form you will generate after substitution or after solution of that particular term. So here let's start with the sine. Sine domain means any of the value you can select as a angle value in terms of degree and in terms of radian. So anyhow it is to be converted with the shortest form, and you will write the answer from 0 to 360 degree. So what the value you have changed, compulsory your answer will come in between -1 and 1. As we have seen the graphical presentation of sine, we have seen that the least value it will tends that particular curve, means its loop it was -1, and maximum peak it was +1. So obviously this sine curve will oscillate in between -1 to +1, or in between any of the value. It can be even in terms of the decimal. So it doesn't matter that you are talking about the higher term for a sine. For any of the final angle, your answer should come in this close interval -1 to +1. Open interval, close interval, that also we have discussed in the first chapter. So the concept will be clear to you, I hope so. So here mainly you just take care of the matter regarding the range, because domain we are not going to substitute, domain will be available to us, but the answer form what it should be, that is the main task. So here for sine curve, your range means answer should come with the close interval -1 to 1, or it can be defined as sin x -1 +1, or with equality sign, means your close interval definition you can write over here. Now same in the case of the cos, you can take any of the value in r. It may be in terms of the degree, it may be in terms of the radian, but answer will become in this range only, that is again close interval -1 to +1, or it can define in this sequence or this order for close interval form. Now here, as we have seen in cos curve also, the highest peak we have started with the 1 value, and the least value, that means we have seen on cos pi it was -1. So your curve will oscillate in between these two values, +1 and -1. That's why it is limited to this close interval. Now next, that is tangent. Now in selection of the tangent for a domain value, means for x value, you can select r, but you have to cut all the values of x for which it tends to 90 degree or multiple of 90, because we know that tangent is a ratio of sine by cos. So if your cos will tends to 0, means this term will tends to infinite, so your tangent term is not going to be exist there. So for existence of your tangent, you have to cut all the values of x in r for which it tends to 0. So this way it is to be selected, and your answer will come out in a r, because in tangent we are not having any bounded solution. You up to the infinity it can be extended, that's why its answer will come out, or range will come out as r. Same in terms of the cot. Again your cot is a ratio of cos by sine. So here you have to cut all the values of sin x which tends to 0. 0 solution of sin x we have seen, that was n pi. So here from this are all the values of x which tends to 0 we are going to cut, and the remaining we are going to select for a solution of cot. Now again the solution of cot you will get in a R, that is also can be extended up to the infinite solution. Next again it is a sec. Now in sec is a reciprocal of cos. So you have to cut all the values in R which tends to 0, means for cos multiple of pi by 2 should not be included there. So this will be the domain value. Now this is an important task over here regarding the range of sec and cosec. Both will give you the same solution. Sec will be either less than or equal to -1, or it will be greater than or equal to 1. In between -1 to +1, this value is not going to be evaluate, means sec is not going to be existed there. That's why these two are to be cut. You can refer its graphical presentation in your textbook also. Now this cosec again reciprocal of your sine. So you have to cut all the x value which tends to 0. So 0 solution of sine is n pi. So this is to be cut over here from the R. And again regarding the cosecs here, range will be less than or equal to -1 and greater than or equal to +1. So these two are carrying same range. So sometime solution range of the given trigonometrical terms we have to find out. At that time it should be clear that what are the standard range for particular function. So these two, because these two are in the R, so any of the solution you can select, but sine cos both are same, sec cosec both are same. So their range should be kept in your mind. Afterward also it will be used to you. So this is an important information regarding the domain and range regarding all 6 trigonometrical terms. Now before we start our exercise, we just write down some interrelations or basic identity relate with trigonometrical terms. So if one term is available, another you can find it out easily. Somewhat basic property or basic identity you have studied last year. So that will be for revision purpose only. If it is not in your mind, please recall. Now basic identities or basic relations you can say. So first one is and their interconversions. First one, that is very basic one, many times you have used also. Sine square plus cos square is equal to 1. This is a basic identity you have used. Their interconversion also you can use. If your sine is available, cos you can find it out by using this exchange of the term. If sine is given, substitute over here, cos will be evaluated. If cos is given, you can find out sine over here. So these are the two interconversion you can use to find out unknown quantity. Now the second one is in terms of sec and tangent that you have also studied, that is 1 plus tan square x. So that also can be make exchange of the terms. So how it will be? If you write sec square x minus tan square x, you can replace it by 1, or if somewhere 1 is being written and for further solution sec and tangent is required, you can use this formula form. Next is if sec is available and tangent is required, at that time it will be sec square x minus 1. So this way this 3 you can use. Next is in terms of cot and cosec. Cosec square x you can write as 1 plus cot square x. Next you can write cosec square x minus cot square x as a 1. Or if cosec is available, cot is required, you can write it as cot square x, that is cosec square x minus 1. So this way these three are interrelated. These three are interrelated. These are the basic identity associated with the trigonometrical term. Now one more thing here I would like to introduce you before I move to the question. If your any of the fraction or any of the trigonometrical term is available, you must be clear about that which ratio it shows. Means sine is the ratio of altitude upon hypotenuse, same cos is the ratio of base upon hypotenuse, same with the tangent. So that also I am going to repeat here and try to make you clear how to unknown quantity find. Now here it will be clear somewhat. To implement trigonometry, your triangle is a right angle triangle. So basically we deal here with the right angle triangle. This is all you have studied in a 10th standard. I hope so. If you are not clear, please get it clear, because without that we can't move a single step. This is a right angle we have. This is your A, B and C. Now suppose we are going to take any of the ratio with respect to this angle. So with respect to this angle, this is called the altitude or opposite side. This BC is called opposite side. AB is called base. And your AC is called hypotenuse. Now, on basis of these three, we can define all 6 trigonometrical terms. So, how it is so? First of all, we try to define sine of theta. Sine theta means BC upon AC. Means your opposite side upon hypotenuse. Next we define here cos. That means AB upon AC, means base upon hypotenuse. Next is a tangent, that is opposite side upon base, means BC upon AB, that is opposite side upon base. So this way these are the basic terms you can define on basis of the given acute angle. Always with respect to the acute angle, your opposite side and base position will be defined. Suppose in this same triangle, if you write this angle over here as a phi, so with respect to this phi, it will be considered as a base, it will be considered as a opposite side, this hypotenuse position will remain same. So as per the position of this angle, your trigonometrical ratio will be defined. Now remaining 3 we will write here, means first we just to make them interlink, cosec of theta, this is a reciprocal of this one, means AC upon BC hypotenuse by opposite side, or altitude also you can refer. Now sec theta, that is AC upon AB, means hypotenuse upon base. Then we will write cot theta. Cot means base upon its altitude, means this is base upon the opposite side. So this way any of the remaining trigonometrical term you can define on basis of the derived form. Now before defining this all 6 trigonometrical term, values of these 3 sides should be clear to you. What is that? So here one relation you know by using the Pythagoras theorem, that is AC square is equal to base square plus BC square. This you will use to find out the unknown quantity. Suppose in any of the question this is available as a 5, this is available as a 3. As one ratio out of these 3, 6 will be available in the question. So first of all you should be clear that which ratio is available to you, and with respect to the term which parameters are available to you in the triangle. So 2 will be available. So obviously third we have to find out. So for that purpose we will use this Pythagoras relation. So here you see BC is required here. So BC you can find it out as AC square minus AB square, means 5 square minus 3 square. This is 25 minus 9 means 16. So BC will come out as a 4. So all 3 ratios are in your hand, means 3 lengths are in your hand. So on basis of these 3 we can define all 6 or 1 is available. So remaining 5 trigonometrical ratio in the question. So this is all about the basic thing. Now as the reciprocal relation is available, so one thing is very clear, that if you multiply the respective one, means sin theta into cosec of the theta, it can be replaced by 1. These are the basic thing, always should be in your mind, because while writing the solution none of the formula will available to you, or at that time no reference will also be available. If theoretically you are clear, then only you can implement the solution form. So sometimes this 1 is to be replaced by this relation, sometimes this product you have to replace by 1. Now cos of theta into sec of theta will give you 1, and the last is a cot into tangent will also give you 1. So this is also one of the interrelations in between. So this is all about the basic thing related with the trigonometrical terms evaluation. Now keeping the quadrant system in the mind, means 4th quadrant and respective sign in each quadrant with respect to all 6 trigonometrical terms, let's try to attend next exercise in which question based on that. So here these all things will be used, and apart from that, that quadrant system for sign concept that will also be used. So try to understand what we are going to find it out. Now one more sign concept I would like to introduce first. So everything will be clear to you, and then we can start with the particular form. Sometime you will find your angle in this form. So here at this time minus is to be right first before your trigonometrical term. Just for example we take, suppose your angle is written like this, sine minus pi by 4. So at that time, because in this form your solution will not be possible, it will be your minus sine pi by 4, and sine pi by 4 we will write the solution form. Now the same thing it will implement to the remaining 5, means cos. These are very small thing but important. In cos there is a no interfere of the sign, cos x you will write as such. Just for example, if you write cos minus pi by 4, it is to be write as cos pi by 4 only. Next, in tangent, If these two are clear, automatically the remaining it will click to your mind. Cot, that is also minus sec plus, and cosec, because it links with the sign, this will give you minus cosec of x. So this is the change of the sign with respect to the negative. Here you can see in cos, negative is not going to be interfere, and same link with your cos, only cos, that is your sec, so that sec term is also not going to be interfere over here. In all the remaining combination, means in all the remaining 4 terms, your sign will come as a multiple of the given trigonometrical term. So while writing the solution of the angle with respect to a particular term, such type of conversion it will be required. Now we move towards the exercise 3.2. Your first question we try to write. In first question, your cos 6 is given as minus half and x is in third quadrant. Then we have to find the remaining 5 trigonometrical terms. So find remaining 5 terms. How to find it out? First of all, we look at this cos and its respective value. We know cos is a ratio of base to hypotenuse, means here altitude or the opposite side is missing. So first of all, we will find out that missing side on basis of the Pythagoras theorem, and then we will introduce here the remaining 5 terms. So here first, with respect to this cos, this small triangle we generate, this is your x angle. Every time you try to make angle on the base. If particular case is available in the question, then only you refer this angle. Otherwise, normally you refer with respect to this base only. Here it is the base available, means 1 is available. Here it is the hypotenuse, means 2 is available. Now BC is to be found it out. Direct also you can calculate, and if you are not sure, you can use the formula form over here. So what it will be? BC square will be your AC square minus AB square using the Pythagoras. So this will give you 2 square minus 1 square, means 4 minus 1, 3. So the value of BC will come out as root 3. So all these 3 values we are having. So now we define remaining 5 trigonometrical term in third quadrant. In third quadrant we have discussed sine is negative, cos is negative, tangent positive, and accordingly the others are positive and negative. So let's start with the sine term first. First one we define sine of x. Sine is negative. So first of all we put a negative sign. Now sine is the ratio of a perpendicular to its hypotenuse. So here this will be, formally first we will write everything, afterwards direct also we can write. Under root 3 by 2 with negative sign. Now the next we will write, that is tangent, cos already written. Tangent is positive in third quadrant. So here tangent, that means BC upon AB. BC is root 3 and your AB is 1, means it will come with the under root 3 only. Now the remaining 3. Next is a cot of x. Cot of x is also positive over here, means 1 by under root 3. Now next is a sec. Sec is a reciprocal of cos. Cos is this much, so it will be minus 2 upon 1, means minus 2. Next and the last we required is cosec x. that is a reciprocal of sine. Cosec will also be carrying the negative sign, that is minus 2 by under root 3. So this way, with respect to a particular quadrant, you can find out required trigonometrical terms. But especially while you are talking about the quadrant system, you must be very clear that in which particular quadrant you are talking about and what are the sign relate with this particular quadrant. Otherwise, sign problem may be rise. So the step of writing will remain same. First of all, you will find out the missing parameter or a length, and then define all the trigonometrical terms and find out its solution. Now one more question we find out here, that is question number 4. In fourth one, sec is given and x lying in the fourth quadrant. So on basis of that, here sec is available as 13 by 5 x in fourth quadrant here also find the remaining 5 terms. Here you can see sec is available, means we can write cos here as a reciprocal of this one, means 5 by 13. Now again the missing parameter is your opposite side, so find it out, means (13 square minus 5 square) means 169 minus 25 under root of 144 means 12. Direct also you can go for evaluation of the term. Now define the remaining 4. One already we have written. Now sin x. We are talking in a fourth quadrant. Means in fourth quadrant sign was negative. So here it will be negative sign. Sign we are going to define means opposite side upon hypotenuse, means it is your 12 by 13. Next it was cos, already we have written, so we rewrite it here 5 by 13. Now next take tangent. Tangent means obviously sine negative, cos positive, so tangent will also be negative. So here it is the negative. Now what is the base we have? 5. And the opposite side is 12. So tangent is a ratio of opposite side upon base. So it will give you minus 12 by 5. Now remaining 2 means the fourth one, here you will have as a cosec, sec already given to us. Cosec is a reciprocal of sine, means minus 13 by 12. And then the last we want to, that is cot of x, that is a reciprocal of tangent, means minus 5 by 12. So this way you can define required terms, any of the terms it may be asked. Here all 5 are being asked. In your exam any 2, any 3 may be asked to you. So here the basic thing is or the basic step is first you find out the missing side in your triangle and then define all the trigonometrical terms which are being asked as per the required quadrant system. So here if your quadrant system and respective signs are clear, then only you will be able to find out the correct solution. Otherwise only one problem may rise, In place of minus you can use plus, in place of plus you may use a minus sign, and that will be considered the wrong thing. So you try to attend 2-3 questions are also given in this exercise based on the same category. So try to attend. If any problem you face, you ask. So in next lecture we will discuss about the basic formula and angle evaluation. Thank you.